Welcome back to HeroQuest fans. I'm your host, Kurgan, here on twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans, where we are live. We are not live on YouTube, but thanks for checking us out if you're checking us out on the replay. So as usual, anyone hearing us live who wants to play as a hero, feel free to join our Discord on the link at the bottom of the screen there. Introduce yourself, we'll get you running. All you need is pencil and paper. Even if you've never played HeroQuest before, we'll get you running. We have virtual dice we roll thanks to Ribby's MentorBot, linked up with dddice.com. It's great stuff. And speaking of Ribby, he is at the Gen Con convention in Indianapolis, Indiana right now, and we're jealous that he gets to see all the goings on at Avalon Hill and elsewhere at the convention center. So my understanding is it is the best 4 days of gaming, so they say. And that goes on until Sunday, which is August 2nd. So unfortunately, I couldn't be there this year. I thought about going. It was a tough decision, but I had stuff going on. It just wasn't in the cards. It wasn't going to work out. So I understand a lot of people were asking about me, and I appreciate the love, the respect. But the people we have there should be able to cover everything that's going on. So Ribby, of course, shout out to Ribby. Check him out on Bourbon and Board Games on YouTube. He's the creator of The Remarkable Rims and also MentorBot and a lot of other cool things. He's got a great channel there on YouTube. Check it out. So I understand he's been talking to Doug Hopkins. And as usual, Doug plays his games with us. He won't tell us all the secrets we want to hear, but maybe some tidbits will be coming out from him. There was an exclusive quest, and I'm not going to spoil it here. I've spoiled it elsewhere, that Ribby posted about. A special quest we'd never seen before. Although I have a strong suspicion that this was the same one that was played at the UK Gaming Expo, but surprisingly, nobody coming back from that convention openly talked about it. Nobody really revealed anything about it. So I guess great job keeping those spoilers intact. But the quest is called The Return of the Witch Queen, and it's actually written by Teo Sabadia, who was the writer of the Spirit Queen's Torment, which was featured in the Mythic tier and then released in retail later on. So Teo Sabadia. So some people are going to hear that and kind of groan because they don't like him, they don't like his style. But nevertheless, he wrote a quest, and they've been running it at Gen Con. And Ribby took some screenshots and sent it to us, so we've got the full quest. It does tie into Wizards of Morcar, and apparently also Return of the Witch Lord, sort of, maybe. And it has scalable difficulty, so if you want to play it when you've got less time, like let's say at a convention you got to wrap things up, you can kind of make it easier to finish up. Everybody has a good experience. Or if you want to make it more challenging, you can easily do so. So, and it looks like it's designed, it could be like a first quest as well. If people are just starting out with basic heroes, which often happens at a convention. And I understand Ribby got to do some Zargoning. We'd love to hear, of course, his perspective, but I think he's going to be busy this weekend. So, we thought about doing a stream with him, but it was just too late, and I was tired, honestly. And I'm sure he's tired too. But, with that said, while we're waiting for our heroes tonight, we've got one. Hey, Glasgow.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? All right?
Yeah, doing well. Even though I'm not at the convention.
Oh, I know, it must be sad.
Yeah. I understand Ribby was wearing the HeroQuest fans t-shirt, though. So, yeah. And
I did actually cost travelling to Gen Con. I would like to do it one year, but
Sure.
I costed it out, and it's like crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I'd have to fly to New York, then Indianapolis, and hotels at that time of year when the convention on, and then coming back, and yeah, it's just it's a big investment.
Yeah. It'd be like me coming to the UK Gaming Expo to hang out with you. So.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll do it one year. Maybe piggyback it onto like a holiday or something.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, a lot of the people are there. So Big Spender's there. I know Amalgam Ash couldn't be there. He famously made a video on his Ash Quest YouTube channel. Shout out to him too, talking about various things. Angus McBain is there, aka Joe Kozier. I'm not sure if Rob Champ is going this year, but I hope if he did that he has a good time. And Inspector Retro. I'm trying to think of some of the other people that we've met or hung out with. It's been a good time. Yeah, it's just fun meeting up with other fans, hanging out. But not a lot of revelations about HeroQuest at this convention. So I can show some pictures that I borrowed from
Well,
Ruby. Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about meeting up with fellow fans, one thing that I think's true is you've often got a lot more in common with people across the world that share the same interests as you than you do with your next door neighbour.
Yeah, sometimes very true.
What are your thoughts about this quest that they're like putting out on, and like not to spoil, but do you think this is like an indication of what's in store for the future? What do you think about that?
Are you asking me or Glasgow or just kind of open it up?
Both of you, whoever has an opinion on that, I'd love to hear what y'all think about.
Glasgow, what do you think? Have you seen it, or are you keeping yourself spoiler free?
I've seen it. Yeah, I like it. I like what they're doing. I like how they've taken some loose threads from the past, and they're giving us little hints, but not giving anything away, really.
Do you think this is like an indication of what they're working on for maybe like a next expansion or something like that? I would love to see a new quest pack.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty certain we're getting another quest pack, at least one more. And yeah, I think this one's got a hint, but it's not giving it away. I'm sure when the next one comes out, we'll see the connection then. But until then, who knows?
Fair enough. Sorry for interjecting. I was really curious about what y'all thought.
Oh yeah, introduce yourself if you want. I've seen you
Oh
around.
yeah. Hi, my name is Indy. I love HeroQuest, and this is literally the first time that I'm able to talk with HeroQuest fellow people, well, other than on the Amalgam Ash Discord. But this is like the first time that I'm actually able to talk with fellow HeroQuest fans live. So
Right.
I'm really excited. I know that I said that I was gonna be at work, but I said screw it. I usually never have a chance
Okay,
to talk with
fine.
anyone. So
Well, what was I gonna say? The Amalgam Archive. That's Amalgam Ash's Discord. So he doesn't have a live chat, or is it just for when he's?
no, we talk. It's just more of a like actually voice chat. I don't ever see that happening. I know Ash is extremely busy, so I'm not gonna bother him with that.
Yeah. You hear that, Ash? You need more voice chat.
It will be great though. It will be really nice. I do like hit him up on the live chats, like live videos that he does sometimes on Sundays. But it will be nice to have some more voice chat, Ash.
Yeah. Well, every streamer, every content creator, or influencer, whatever you want to call these, what we do, has their own style. I know he's got the, he does that live chat stream on YouTube, and then he'll comment on what people say as he's doing some task or playing some game or designing something. So yeah, I know that when we wanted to do collaborative stuff with him, it was really tough because his schedule was like the complete opposite of ours. So yeah, that happens sometimes. Just like how I'd always wanted to do something with Always Bored Never Boring, but he's in the UK, and
Oh yeah, that would be
time difference.
great.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he has a smaller Discord community, but his YouTube is way bigger than ours. And you know, he has his own kind of community. Everybody kind of does their own thing. But yeah, I'm happy that, you know, we get that cross pollination. Sometimes people jump back and forth. It's not like not a real competition.
Yeah, I mean the community already is like very spread apart, so having you know the community to join together every now and then it would always be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
I
welcome. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna welcome some new people to the chat. Andre5214 and Tricia Noob on Twitch. And the pictures we're showing were taken by Ribby at Gen Con. He's there, we're not. So yeah, go ahead. You were saying.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what are we? Am I able to play with y'all? I got my character sheet right here.
Sure. Oh, and Jacer's here too. Yeah, if you want to, we're happy to have you. Like I said,
Yes.
don't get fired, but
Nah, it's a slow day, anyways.
okay. Well, the nice thing about what we do is people can drop in, drop out fairly easily. So if you gotta go, no problem. No excuses necessary. We've got character sheets. Actually, I'm gonna ask a question of our veteran players here. So Glasgow's here, Jacer's here. Do you guys want to do what we were doing before, or do you want to play the Gen Con quest? Just throw that out there.
Ooh, that's intriguing. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. It
That
might
would be amazing.
It might mess around with the storyline just a little bit, but we can kind of just ignore that for the sake of fun, if you're so
Yeah.
inclined.
The purist in me was expecting just to have another shot at that very ostensibly difficult quest we tried last time. But now you've come from left field with that great idea.
Got him. All right. Well, what about you, Jacer? What do you think? He's still in pursuit. He's like screaming
Not
at
not
the
to be
radio.
not to be a killjoy, Kurgan, but you might in time want to do that ahead of whatever the next campaign is.
What do you mean? Oh, you
Like
mean,
it might turn out the Gen Con quest is a prequel of sorts to whatever the next campaign is,
well, it would just be
or
sort
next
of
expansion is.
a vision of things to come. Yeah, I never gave my opinion on that. So I looked at it and I thought it has clear ties to Wizards of Morcar. It has, well, there have been some ties to, so First Light. Okay, well, you're going to see First Light had some, let's say, some name dropping of characters from Return of the Witch Lord. You could take that as a hint that, oh, you're supposed to play it in the specific order, like that. Of course, you can always just say, oh yeah, that, you know, you could come up with some convoluted reason why it all makes sense. But I felt like this one was vague enough that it could be something that happens right afterwards, could be like a side quest, or it could be, yeah, the introduction to something else. I actually have no problem whatsoever if they were to, and I even suggested this, instead of just, I mean, of course I would love for them to just release new expansions, you know, forever, right? And always keep them stocked. But at the same time, if things are slowing down at all, they could just promote the products they already have. Like, just make more bridge quests, make more side quests, make more, I don't know, inspirational little
Oh,
things to keep people going.
like White Dwarf, like how they used to do back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That would be cool.
We want you to keep buying, you know, whatever. So it's like, yeah, you've got Jungles of Delthrak. Here's like some bonus content that kind of goes along with that theme. Or here's some Return of the Witch Lord stuff that you could sprinkle in to your adventure. I mean, because Hero Quest is the type of game where you can just do it all yourself. You don't actually need the company to put out new content. But nothing wrong with throwing out some ideas that then people can develop into their own stuff very easily. If they're just having writer's block, so to speak.
People were talking on the on the Amalgam Archive Discord. They were talking about like what were the chances of getting a Advanced Hero Quest light um kind of remake and stuff, since Avalon Hill has been, licensing things like Talisman and things like that, which is like Games Workshop stuff.
100%.
What are your thoughts on that? I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why they couldn't do that. I think it's, as with so many other things, it's just a matter of money and time. If they think that this is going to make money, and all the licensing and deals and all that stuff that they have to do is in royalties is worth it for the money they could get from selling the product and then increasing the brand's strength, whatever visibility, they'll do it. I talked once with Kristen Carmine about this, and he was just sort of sharing his perspective about how so many of these games were made, 30, 40, 50 years ago now, and a lot of them, maybe back then people didn't pay as much attention to the rights issues, and copyright laws have changed somewhat, trademark laws and everything, patent laws, and so some of the games, like, they've been sort of tied up in legal limbo for a while. Some of or characters or specific designs. I mean, you can't copyright rules apparently, but you can copyright everything else. And so, yeah, the question of who owns what is a big deal, like in the legal field. So some of it may seem obvious to us fans, like, oh yeah, just release it. Everybody wants it. Everybody's asking for it. It'd be so easy to do. Like, I'll do it for you right now as a fan. Like, I'll just put it together and there, done. But to get these big corporations to move on it, it can't just be this will make money. It's also, yeah, who do we got to talk to? Who needs to sign off on this? Where do we need to track down the files? Who owns what? So when you get the box, it's going to have, it might have like 20 different logos on it because all these different companies have a piece of it. And I suppose there's the question of do you buy out everyone's share to get the thing so that you can have it, and is that worth it to you, or do you pay whatever it is to each group to make it happen, and is that worth your while? Now, you mentioned the Games Workshop thing. That's a very good point, because Talisman is 100% Games Workshop, and that has been a reason that a lot of people have given for why we will never ever see Space Crusade or Advanced Hero Quest remade, because that belongs to Games Workshop, and Games Workshop doesn't want to release it. Well, how do they know that? And Talisman is 100% Games Workshop, and yet, there it is. Avalon Hill is the one putting it out and selling it. They sat down, they worked with them, everything had their blessing. Games Workshop gets theirs, Avalon Hill, Hasbro gets theirs, and the fan community gets to enjoy the game, and they're still releasing content for it. I've been posting these pictures here. It feels bad, man. Space Crusade. Hey, Franco Baldo. Yeah, so I would not say never say never, but never say never. It's my thing. No one's told me on the inside, hey, this is going to happen. I think that there's reasons why these things might not happen, but there's also plenty of good reasons why it could happen. Advanced Hero Quest, the way I understand it, is much more like a toolbox. It's much more like a sandbox. It has a whole bunch of rules that you can easily apply across the board. What it's supposed to do is it's supposed to convince you to look at the Citadel catalog and just buy random miniatures from Games Workshop and incorporate them into the game. Like, they give you a bunch of sample rules for, oh yeah, if you use this character, he could be like this. If you use this character, he could be like this. And you've got your modular dungeon, so you can play it as a solo game, but it also gives you rules where it's like, oh, you've got the Milton Bradley Hero Quest. Well, guess what? Here's a whole bunch of rules for using the furniture, for using the board, for using the characters that are in that box. So it's kind of like a cross between the two things. And yet it also expects you to use mostly cardboard figures. Like, you're strongly encouraged to buy other sets to make your set feel complete, because otherwise you've just got the Skaven, you've got the mercenaries. I don't even think you get the heroes initially. Although if you buy a set today, it's going to have the heroes and everything in it. But you're supposed to like buy these other sets, put them together. You got to assemble the miniatures. You got to paint them, glue. I mean, the original Hero Quest, it was all snapped together. There was no glue necessary. Most of the models were just one piece. I mean, the gargoyle had 3 pieces. But otherwise, yeah, you punch out the cardboard for the furniture and you put those into the plastic sprues. But there wasn't a ton of that kind of work. Like, a 12-year-old could do it. A 10-year-old could do it. Advanced Hero Quest, they're thinking, okay, maybe you're a little bit older. You're sort of getting into the hobby of painting and, cutting the stuff out of the sprues and gluing it all together. And then you've got those RPG style rules, which are much more freeform. It kind of could transition into either Warhammer Fantasy Battle or Warhammer Fantasy RPG very easily. Now, the other argument for why Advanced Hero Quest would never happen is, well, Games Workshop already has Warhammer Quest. Like, that's already a big deal. Like, any Warhammer store, any FLGS you go in, it's like $250, whatever version of Warhammer Quest you've got. And yet, the response to that is, you've got places like Barnes & Noble that every year sell Warhammer Quest, and it's just some starter kit that has maybe 10 miniatures in the box. Modular dungeon, meant for a quick adventure, or maybe it's just got one battle mat type thing, and you just play. And it's those come out all the time, and most of the people that buy them, it seems like, are just people who are trying to expand their armies. So they buy the set, they sell the cardboard, they keep the miniatures, and they put it into their Age of Sigmar army or whatever. But if something like that can exist side by side with the quote-unquote real Warhammer Quest, why wouldn't Games Workshop, if they saw the money, just say, sure, here's a nostalgic Advanced Hero Quest-like game, and let Avalon Hill continue that relationship? There's Hero Quest and there's Advanced Hero Quest. Just like we speculated, well, what if they did a crossover that still hasn't happened yet? What if they did a crossover with HeroScape? They could easily release a HeroScape battle box that has Hero Quest type characters in it to cross-promote both games. Why not do that? Or why not do another Battle Masters? All these things are possible. The question is, how are they going to market it? How are they going to license it? How are they going to justify it? But if you ask us fans, it seems like a no-brainer. Bring back all the stuff. I mean, why do the research and development for something totally new when you can just release the old thing? Now, the issue that we've had with Hasbro's modern Hero Quest is that they've had to redo all the designs because they can't just copy and paste the old designs that they had that maybe Games Workshop doesn't want them to use, besides just modernizing the style. So the idea there is, no matter what, you're going to have to do a whole bunch of work redesigning everything. You can't expect people to go on eBay and dig up those old miniatures to make the set complete. And maybe tastes have changed. Maybe the old box just didn't have enough in it. So maybe Advanced Hero Quest would have to be more expensive to include everything. But I could easily see the other argument of an Advanced Hero Quest remake of just being like an expansion, like an adventure design kit. It would be targeted at people who already own Hero Quest, the modern Hero Quest, as a box of extras that they could use to expand their game into an RPG, as a bridge into other miniature games, other collecting, other hobbying. Now, who benefits from something like that? Obviously Games Workshop would, because people would start thinking about them, their name, if they aren't already into that hobby. They'd start thinking about, the old world and Age of Sigmar and all that stuff. But Hasbro would benefit too, because the Hero Quest name is still out there. People are playing Hero Quest. People are talking about Hero Quest. People are buying other Hero Quest products, looking for other Hero Quest products. So it would cross-promote, just like the old Hero Quest did. I mean, you had people who got into Warhammer because of Hero Quest, but you also had people who continued to buy Milton Bradley games because that's the name that they associate with gaming, with board games. So that's kind of my take on it. Long-winded take. And then we've got
No.
Talisman. So Talisman continues to expand. So that it wasn't just a one-off. It wasn't just a one-shot deal. So we've got this Fury of Dracula expansion. We've got this Toad that everybody wants as a giveaway. And we've got the Dread Shifters, of course. I think this was all at the UK Games Expo, but Glasgow, maybe you remember, or Jacer, was Fury of Dracula revealed already, or is this brand new?
That was revealed already.
Okay. And this Avalon Hill games are built on the skill, research, and artistry of talented human creators. Okay. I already have like an editorial comment. Talented human creators like Clark Mitchell? Is that what you're trying to say? We require all artists, illustrators, cartographers, writers, and designers contributing to Avalon Hill products to refrain from using AI generative tools to produce final game art, components, or published visual materials. So this was like when I was grilling Patrick about this 2 Gen Cons ago. I almost said 2 Christmases ago. Like an Avalon Hill Tale carol. Yeah, so the argument for the First Light box was that this really looks like AI. And when we found out it was Clark Mitchell, okay, maybe he's not AI, but he's a guy who uses a lot of similar techniques, a lot of Photoshop, copy and paste, repurposing of images, really borderline stuff. And I think we've covered it in the Rantcast podcast as well. Rantcast. Where we talked about how, I mean, Wizards of the Coast has been caught multiple times using AI in their finished products. But what they've revealed to us, and I think even Patrick was able to admit, is like they all use AI, like in the drafting process when they're coming up with mock-ups and sketches. But I mean, it's a human temptation, you know. Deadlines are coming up. These are not Patrick's words. This is my filling in the blanks. Deadlines are coming up. Goes through a bunch of editors. People miss stuff. You know, it's like the kid turning in their homework, and it's like, wait a minute, I can see the answer key right there. You just copied it. Like they forgot to smooth it over. So, I don't know. It's kind of a weird question. It's like, if you did something completely in AI, 100% AI, and then you just traced it at the end, like, is it now a human creation? Because technically you were the one that did that at the end. I don't know. So the question of how much of
that's so close to fan art, though. You know what I mean? Like when you're like copying your favorite comic book, you know, you got your comic book open, you got your sketch pad, you know, you're doing a one-on-one. It might not be exactly the same, but it's basically fan art at that point.
Fan art. Hey,
but it's off of the AI.
Well, I could see a fine distinction here, Jacer, and one that I would agree with. So if you're an artist painting or sketching, let's say you've got a model, like somebody walks in and like, okay, draw me, like, and you're looking at them and you're drawing. This is your interpretation of what your eyes are seeing, right? Or it could be a bowl of fruit or whatever it is. You may be looking at the Mona Lisa and you're painting your own painting. You're not copy and pasting directly, but you're being inspired by it. And so if the AI creates something out of nothing, I mean, out of prompts, right? Instead of purely out of your imagination, and then you're transposing it, I don't see a problem with that. But I think it's like if you just, if anybody remembers the artist Thomas Kincaid, he's since passed away, but Thomas Kincaid was really, really popular for a while. You go into any doctor's office, dentist's office, hotel, you would find Thomas Kincaid paintings everywhere. And there was some controversy because I remember hearing about this, like they would always say, oh, this is an original Thomas Kincaid painting. But the thing is, one guy couldn't possibly keep up with the demand for his paintings. So allegedly, they would have other people basically just copying, like almost like a paint by numbers kind of thing. And at the very end, he would just like put like one paint stroke on it to say that like, there, I did it. And it was like, is this really
original and it's slightly different than anything else?
Yeah, it's completely original, and technically he did his paint is actually on there, but like the amount of work he actually did on each one, other than he did the original painting that everyone else is copying, it's like at one
So it's
point.
one step up above him just signing his name.
Right. Yeah, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Seven or whatever. It's like, okay, the guy isn't even alive anymore. He didn't make this game. Like he had nothing to do with it except, yeah, you just have
I
his.
mean, I have a lot of thoughts about that. I mean, I am
Oh
an
yeah.
animator by trade. It is literally my profession,
Oh wow.
and it has devastated the animation and art industry in general. And it's not like it's taking jobs literally, it's just transforming the job into something that it's no longer animation or art making. They literally transformed us all. If we want to quote unquote keep up with the market and whatnot, it transforms you into like a prompt maker, which literally is not not art. It's an artifice basically.
Hmm.
And anything that sells, I actively try to sell you the idea that oh you can sell this art, even though you didn't do anything about it, even if it's trace. I don't think tracing AI art is considered can be considered art because in the end, what is the point of doing that if it's not your own vision? You know, it's just what the AI did for you.
Right.
It's very messy in that regard.
Wow. Well, I suppose you could even the tracing itself. Why does that have to be a human doing that? A computer could do that as well. but you're just
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
you're doing the tracing
Exactly.
so that you can be Thomas Kincaid and say, well, I technically put the last brushstroke, so
Yeah, no.
brushstroke is
At that
really
point,
millions.
just let the machine do the whole thing. At that point, right?
Yeah.
I was just saying, yeah, what's the point of comic books at that point? If you got your artist that does your art, and all right, well, I did the inking and I did the coloring, and I'm the one that lettered all the words. You know what I mean? Versus
Right.
it could just be one guy to draw it and then say, hey, go send the AI to do the rest.
It's kind of like
It
what-
won't look as good and it won't look as defined, and they
Hmm.
maybe can't collaborate. Like, hey, they're supposed to be feathers and you made it look like veins or something else, and or a scale and not a feather. You know what I mean? Where they're like, no, you got to change that. Versus like
No, you
the AI,
can't.
it's just, all right, new prompt, start
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, but it will not look the same because AI doesn't know what you need. It just predicts stuff, right? It doesn't. If you want to
Right.
make a change, it's not like how you used to be like an artist. You'd be like, oh, just change it, right? But no, in AI, it's like redo the whole prompt again.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
and it kind of seems like you throw away 100 of them to get one good copy.
well, that's true. Well, this I guess this argument, this debate has been going on in the world of all the arts for a long time. I mean, you have like in comedy, there's the whole question of joke stealing. You didn't write that joke, you copied it from somebody else. In singing, in entertainment, it's like lip syncing. People lip syncing their own songs or other people's songs. People remember Milli Vanilli back in the day. With writing, you get ghostwriters. It's like I'm just sitting here and I have an artist and I tell the artist, hey, look, I want you to draw a Chaos Warrior and put flames behind him. Like, okay, yeah, that's good. I mean, George Lucas did this with the prequel Star Wars movies. It's like he would say, okay, this is what I want. The artist would come up with like 10 different ideas. He'd pick the one he wanted, and then it's like, okay, now that's a George Lucas creation. It's like, well, okay, because he doesn't have time to like build the model himself, But in this case, at least with the lip syncing, with the ghostwriters, with the designers, whatever it is, it's still a person. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's still human. It's still
like,
human
okay,
by nature,
well,
right?
I want to hear who was really singing for Milli Vanilli. I want to see who was really drawing that creature that George Lucas took credit for. Whatever it is.
I think music did go a little bit on the too far with the sampling.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get that it's your mix. But to me, like, that was more like when you're somewhere live and you got a DJ mixing different stuff. Like, I understand it, and he can pick anything he wants. It's usually
Freestyling.
it has a couple things set up, ready to go. but I get it. On, like I said, for live, but then like if you're just doing everything and it's sampled out and then you're selling it, I don't know. I couldn't see the point in it. You know, if something is just so oversaturated with other people's work, it's a collage at that point. It's musical collage, but I can't see getting, they probably got to pay somebody somewhere anyway, but the same thing, if you take, I took this from this guy and this from this guy and this from this guy and I made a painting out of it, like you still kind of got to give all of them credit. And if it's just an AI stealing a bunch of people's work, who do you give the credit to?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, you don't even know what the source is, right?
Yeah, at least with Andy Warhol, it's like, okay, he's obviously taking a photograph of Marilyn Monroe and putting his own colors on it, or he's taking, the Campbell soup and he's drawing it. It's like, okay, we know where that came from. He's just framing it in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose with AI, it has a lot to recommend it. I mean, every corporation is pushing it. Nobody wants to be left behind. Everybody's competing. Like, okay, we got to out AI the other guy, or we'll be left behind. All the standard caveats, like, okay, they can fire more people. They can do things more cheaply. For people who have no money, like us, it's very, very tempting. Because it's like, I could just make a movie. I could just make a video game. I could just, put a whole bunch of art almost for nothing. But when you're asking me to pay for it, I feel like this is fake. This is cheap. I don't want it. Like, I don't want to pay a company for it. I just want it for free for me. But only because I can't afford to hire an artist or take the art classes to become that. And so it's like, this is like a cheap alternative. But yeah, why not just pay for the real thing?
Or at least give credit. Like, you know what I mean? If the AI learned off of whatever sample set or whatever, like, that should be paid for at some point by the AI company, whether they pass that on or not, or try to do some, hook you on it and say, all right, good. You did 10. Now you got to pay for it. Whatever their model is, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to make money in the end.
Well,
or they're going to have a professional one or whatever, all right, you can do as much as you want versus, all right, you got the trial. Yeah, you got the trial or the free one, or you got ads to watch or whatever it is that they need to do to make money. I get that, but credit the source, at some point.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to resolve it ourselves right now, but yeah, I think Sora videos, when they were still around, it was like they had a rule that you couldn't use live celebrities, but you could use dead celebrities. So you couldn't do Ric Flair jumping around and wooing, but you could do Hulk Hogan when he passed away, or you could do Macho Man. Like, okay, is that really right, or is that just arbitrary?
That's not that doesn't paint a good picture of the future, man.
No. As soon as you die, they're gonna scoop you up and throw your image on there if you're in any way famous. Yeah, because anybody can be famous now. You can be an influencer. I mean, am I famous? I don't know. To 1,000 people, apparently I am. So yeah, it's a little scary. So I guess Avalon Hill, you put out a good message here. That sounds really, really good. But just like when a politician says something that sounds really, really good, you still are like, there's a lot of skepticism. Like, okay, but really, how much is this really gonna do anything, or is this just to keep us from complaining for a little while?
Right, but like you said, at the end of the day, somebody's gotta check it at the end and actually make sure that a human did it, so it's keeping one more job somewhere.
Right.
Even if AI does everything and the last guy just got to trace it and color it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no...
It is what it is.
There's no,
At least they're not trying to... They are hiding it under a bunch of words, but if you read it, it is there. They are telling you...
They've got all this
that,
stuff...
their final product won't have AI.
Sorry,
but,
Jason.
Right. It could be used up to and throughout the whole thing.
Sorry, Jacer. I was dipping into my Rantcast voice there, trying to talk over you. Sorry, I was getting too excited. One way they could do it, and I guess I can never see this happening because of the world of trade secrets and corporate secrecy and all that stuff, is if they had a committee of fans. I mean, they'd have to be totally independent. So there couldn't be any, notion that they were being bribed in any way, which would be really hard to maintain. But you could have fans, and they would have to like monitor it, like every step of the way. Like, okay, I can see, Patrick is drawing the thing or whatever. Here's Doug doing the lettering. Here's, Levi Combs. He's putting on it. Here's Joe Manganiello's doing the, putting the pieces together. Okay, all right. Well, it's not AI. Like, I can see Clark Mitchell. He's clearly just using Photoshop. He's not using any AI tools. Not even, when I wasn't looking. It's like that's really the only way you could provide that transparency, because yeah, otherwise people are just going to look at it and go, gee, that really looks like you just generated it through prompts. And they're going to go, no, we didn't. Like, okay, so which one is it?
Right.
Yeah, I've had people.
Way.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to prove if somebody used AI or not. Usually you just go into their art accounts and whatnot and see like, oh, this person suspiciously like changed their art style, and their art style is not consistent with all of their previous work. And it started happening back like when AI started being big, getting big and whatnot. It's a lot of sleuthing that you have to do that we shouldn't really have to be doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like plagiarism. Like,
Yeah.
you start to suspect everything, and so even when it's not, people are still going to question whether it is. And I mean, with HeroQuest, you had the First Light cover was so scrutinized and was bringing so much negativity that they said, okay, desperate panic move, we're going to pay a different artist to just redo it so that nobody complains anymore.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, you couldn't fix it. Even if they went and readjusted the rivets and made sure everybody had 5 fingers, it still would have been like,
Yeah.
it was still AI.
Well, and they did it. Whatever it was, yeah. I could see the argument for them copying and pasting, but yeah, I'm with the people that say it was AI. But even best case scenario was just a collage of Photoshop stuff from their art that they put together. It's still like they were doing this to save time, to make it cheaper and faster, and it backfired. It caused them more money and it cost them more time. So it's still a question of, but at a certain point, is somebody going to be like, oh, but the new ChatGPT or the new Sora or whatever it is so advanced that no one will detect this. Do you want to do it? And so they go, sure, of course, and they sign off. And then, yeah, again, we have the same scenario where people are going to be suspicious and questioning, and then,
Right, and at that point, maybe they should pay someone to print out your AI thing and then trace it. And if it doesn't make sense when somebody's drawing it, then find out what's wrong with it and fix it. And then you got your human person there actually doing something.
And if you're going to reverse engineer something, like you have this robot build you a castle, and then you're going to take it apart piece by piece until it's just a pile of rubble, and then you're going to take the rubble and build it into the same castle. It's like, what was the point of doing the first thing? Why not just do it yourself? I don't know.
Well, not to mention that you're lacking the fundamentals and you don't understand when AI is hallucinating or not. That's what what differentiates like someone with actual artistic expertise and somebody who's just prompting stuff. They just don't know what is correct and what isn't, other than the obvious like 6 fingers and whatnot.
Yeah, or you ask for one character and they give you 2 characters.
Well, and the same thing where you could get to the point where it's almost plagiarism, but not, and like it would be the set that the AI is trained on. So if they wanted to train an AI to make, a campaign for HeroQuest, and then they go into all the quests that were already made, and then go through, each quest builder and go through all of that stuff, then you're going to start seeing fan work, which is what they were trying not to do by not having people tell Doug what to put in the next quest pack. You know what I mean? So that it was original and not stolen. And if you have an AI doing it, how do you know, what they stole from? And then you'll have a mosh posh of different things. You're like, wait, that character died, or
Well,
why are they in here? And how do and how does it deal with this?
HeroQuest.
There'd be like
is kind of immune to some of that because it's so loose. You could say, well, the Witch Lord, we clearly killed him. Like, no, he's back again. Like, okay, fine. Somehow the Witch Lord returned. Fine. But yeah, you're right. With any type of lore, yeah, the hallucinations are going to be like, okay, so this is a what if story where Superman wasn't born on Krypton, he was born somewhere else. Like, okay, so that's what we have to just imagine, suspend disbelief. But in reality, it's just because the AI screwed up. It got confused.
Right, or pulls assets from different expansions, but doesn't have all the rule sets in the quest book. You know what I mean?
It doesn't have the ability to understand the logic behind it. It just, is grabbing something.
Especially if it tries to coincide the wrong 2 quest books. It's like, oh no, you hit 0. All right, you're in shock. No, you're dead.
Yep. Well, yeah, it is. HeroQuest is a funny thing when asking AI about it. It has a really, really hard time showing the actual HeroQuest board. Like, it tries to make it into something else, and the storyline, like, it doesn't understand like stuff that we obsess over and that we know. Like, it said, I asked it one time, like, what's the hardest quest and what's the easiest quest? And it said the hardest quest was the rescue of Sir Ragnar, and the easiest quest was the trial. And I'm like,
yeah, that's backwards.
That's like, okay, we're safe for a little while longer.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Try playing chess against an AI. You'll have a great time.
Really?
By about move 6 or 7, it's making illegal moves.
Yeah, it cheats a lot. It randomly just says, "Oh, the queen just regenerated another queen, and it killed you. Checkmate." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's funny. And I suppose it would say, no, according to the rules of chess, this is completely legal. And you're like, no, it isn't. And it's like, oh, you're right.
Well,
I'm glad you pointed that out.
The queen, it does funny things with the queen, especially when it has the rules assume that the queen can make the same moves as any other piece. And next thing you know, it's making knight moves, and you're like, no, that's the only thing it can't do.
That's hilarious. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but
and
something
it's
like that.
It's a simplified rule set. You know, it can go diagonally, so it's all right.
Yeah.
You just
chess is so well understood. You can point all that. That's funny. I never thought of that, but now I kind of want to. I want to see it. All right, folks. Well, I suppose we should move on to the actual game. So once again, check out Bourbon and Board Games, Big Spender's Man Cave. Check out anybody else, Angus McBain, who is reporting from Gen Con. All right. So let's see. Let me just turn this off here. Got going. All right. We got Franco Baldo, Lopsided, El Verg. Hey, Verg is back. Andre 5214. Okay. All right. Well, the music you're listening to, as usual, is, we were just talking about this, generated with the assistance of AI from Suno.com. And the reason I use it is because I didn't want to keep getting copyright strikes from various people who claimed their music was royalty free, but it wasn't. And then getting muted on various platforms. All right. So we will be playing a quest that has not been seen by anyone except for people who have been at Gen Con, and well, I guess since Ribby has been sharing it, it is known to some people. Alright, so we have our heroes tonight. So Glasgow, I think you are taking control of the wizard, is that right?
Yeah, do you want to go with the heroes we've been using for Wizards of Morcar?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's great. I'll take the wizard then.
And we got the barbarian for Jacer.
yes.
Okay. All right, and for our newcomer,
let's see. I'm cool. I'm cool with the elf.
elf. Okay. All right, so we do not have a dwarf for this quest. All right, so we will pick up where these characters left off. So the wizard, he had air, earth, water, And if he was continuing to use the boon from the Arcane Library, he would have protection. But you can, of course, change your spells. We've got the village here. Oh, camera seems frozen. Let me fix that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and visit the Arcane Library, and I'll go along with air, earth, water, and protection.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, these are the boons. So as wardens of the realm, after your recent victories, you've been granted a boon of heroism if available. You can choose one at a time, and so these various locations of Hopekin's Rest, the outpost at the edge of the Borderlands. So the Arcane Library granted the wizard an additional set of spells. The Merriments of Hopekin's Rest. Splendid distractions for those who don't have the fate of the realm in their hands. Mentor expands your knowledge of arcane mysteries. Alright, and then there's other places here as well. There's the Sharpshooter's Archery Range, where you can get the Deadeye skill, which improves your ranged attack. The Training Barracks, where you can take Weapon Expert, which improves one of your weapons. The Cathedral of Hope, where you can take the Healing Hands ability, which allows you more abilities to heal yourself and other heroes. The Wandering Monsters Mercenary Guild, where you can get a free mercenary, because normally you have to pay the cost of each mercenary you hire. The Dewdrop Inn, where you can raise your hero's max body points by 2. Hopekin's Keep, where you can take the Hold the Line boon, and that one allows you to basically attack a monster that retreats from you. Like, you just get a free attack on them. Then there is the Peacekeeper's Tower, where you can take the Peacekeeper boon, which basically just means every monster you kill, you get a 25 gold coin bounty at the end of the quest. Then there's the Witch's Hut, where you just get a potion of healing. It's 1d6. And it looks like each of these boons has only one available, except for the raising your body points by 2. That can be done by more than one hero. The free mercenary, I think more than one hero can do that one.
I would like to raise my body points by 2.
Okay. So that's the elf. And that is... what did I say? I'm still learning these. Oh, the Dewdrop Inn. Oi, pointy hat, read the sign, no balls of flame in ear. Sorry, as I was saying, heroic brews or buy one get one free after sunfall. 2 coming right up. Friendship, food, merriment, and songs of heroic glory fortify your resolve. Normally that'd be the barbarian sports, but I guess the elf noticed this. It's beginning to affect him. It's a slight tingling in his little finger. Game over. All right. And the barbarian.
I'm gonna go training with my greatsword.
All right. So the weapon expert, the training
Yes,
barracks.
please.
All right. So we got the boon of heroism for weapon expert. Let's see. What'll it be? A great sword, an axe, a cast iron skillet? Receive training from a master in the use of a particular weapon. Okay. Select a type of weapon. So great sword. When you acquire this boon, when attacking with a weapon of that type, roll 1 additional attack die. So that'll be for the barbarian. Okay, and so then the elf will have 8 body points instead of 6 for the duration of the quest.
Which spells do I have?
You can choose what you want. At this moment, the previous elf had chosen Disappear, Slow, and Double Image from the elf spells, but you can choose what you want. Looks like detection, darkness, and water are available, as well as any of the elf spells. If you choose the elf spells, you can choose 3.
Well,
Alright.
I've taken water, so it'll be fire.
Oh, you did take water, my bad. Fire. Okay, so fire, detection, and darkness.
So it's either one set of elven spells and elemental spells, right?
Either or. You get 3 spells
Sure.
total.
I'll get the previous set of spells: disappear, slow, and double image. I got the cards here.
Okay, perfect. So you know how those work.
Yeah.
All right. So 8 body points. Let me update the roster here. Yeah. Okay, and no dwarf. Hey, Gold Public. Yeah, so we've got room for other heroes. If anybody else wants to jump into the Discord, if you see somebody hop in, just let them know that we can plug and play. Okay, so let's just go through what everybody's got here, starting with the wizard. So, air, water, earth, and protection spells. Arcane Library boon. You have 325 gold coins. I hope I remember to subtract from last time. Does that sound right? 325?
Yeah, that's right, 325.
Alright, and you have a magic resistance against all spell effects potion. You have a staff as your weapon. A ring of fortitude. So you have 5 body points instead of 4. You have the phantom blade artifact weapon. Okay.
Yeah, that all sounds accurate.
Alright, and then moving on to the elf. You actually have 125 gold coins.
Mhm.
Potion of Celerity, which is like the elven potion of speed. 2 attacks per turn, and you can add 12 squares to your movement until you take damage. You have a healing 1d6 potion. And you also have a potion of vision that allows you to see normal traps and secret doors in your line of sight until you take damage. And for equipment, you have the helmet, a halberd, that's 3 attack dice diagonal, 2-handed, a broadsword,
Halberd, you said.
halberd, yeah, it's a diagonal striking weapon. It's 2-handed. And it's 3 dice. You also have a standard broadsword, 3 dice. And you have Fortune's Longsword. So that's a standard 3 dice diagonal attack, 1-handed weapon, except once per quest you can, reroll 1 combat die?
What's the name of the weapon?
Fortune's Longsword. It is an artifact.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and then we have the Barbarian. And he has the Weapon Expert on the Great Sword. So that would, the Great Sword then would attack with 5 dice, including diagonally. And he is also equipped with a helmet and chainmail armor. It has 0 gold. And he was
Dang, he broke.
incapacitated last time, so he was quite angry.
Yep. Skills.
Yes. Well, let us see. Okay, Mighty Blow and careful aim. Well, he doesn't have any ranged weapons. How about a redraw?
Sounds good.
Luck.
This-
Ah,
All right.
best one.
Yeah.
And the healing. Okay, so jot those down.
Yep. Mighty blow, slip, and luck. What's the name of the quest?
It is the Return of the Witch Queen, as opposed to Return of the Witch Lord. You might say, "Gee, we haven't played, we haven't completed Wizards of Morkar, nor have we played Return of the Witch Lord yet in this group." But that's okay.
So it is like a good one to maybe play after First Light too.
You could play it all kinds of ways. But since I gave you such a beating last time, I'm going to be generous. Am I not merciful? And allow the wizard to craft a few potions before the big battle. So we've got our potions deck, and we'll say he gets 2 randoms. A potion of charm. Not sure how random that was. And a half-filled healing potion, 2 body points.
Wonderful, thank you.
And maybe somebody with some coin can get a scout. Since we don't have a dwarf.
Oh yes.
I only have a 125. How much is a scout again? I forget.
50.
I mean, I can definitely spend that and get a scout.
Okay, so we got 75 gold coins for a crossbowman or halberdier to hire. A scout is 50, yes. The swordsman is 100. Gold Public just cashed in some rewards here for you. Thank you. Okay, the Hero Quest of Hero Quest. The headquarters of Hero Quest. Redeem bonus utility potion. Okay, so first let's get the potion. Okay, they've got your back now. Okay, so we won't count a healing potion. Utility potion would be anything but healing. Magical aptitude.
Oh, I love that potion.
Yeah, well, he said for the barbarian, but I suppose the barbarian could just hand it to the wizard. But it could be used by the elf or the wizard, technically.
What do you reckon, Jason? I did drag your corpse out of that last dungeon.
Yeah, and the wizard usually has a lot more spells that he can use with it.
Magical aptitude. Well, the barbarian refusing to drink, that is a rare thing indeed. True friendship has happened.
And you have to update the wizard with his half-filled potion there.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I wasn't sure if there's a good utility for Barb, but if there is, keep drawing. Oh. Okay, well, if you cash in another one, I definitely will. Okay, bonus equipment. Just keeping up here. Okay, we have 1 bonus equipment. Chainmail. This is for the elf. Okay.
Do I equip that?
Yeah, I mean, unless you just want to keep it in your backpack and not wear it, but I mean,
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll bring you up to 4 defense.
That increases my defense by what?
By 1.
So I have 4 defense right now
Yes.
because of the helmet. Yeah.
There was a game out there once, I think it was Rise of the Dragon, where one of the first things you had to do as the character is put on your clothes. If you didn't, you just walked outside and you were arrested for indecent exposure. It's like...
That's funny.
Cute little thing. Okay, here's the Barbarian Utility Potion. Okay.
I go for some reason I can't find Potion of Celerity on my deck.
Yeah, it was called... It was in the Mage of the Mirror, and it was called Potion of Speed originally. It's 2 attacks per turn, and 12 squares of movement.
Potion of speed, I think. Okay, let me
Yeah.
try and find.
Whereas the potion of speed in the new one is just doubling your movement, so don't get confused. It's in Rise of the Dread Moon. Yeah.
Okay, I found the potion of speed. Is that the one that we're using, or are we using
No.
the old one?
What do you know? There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is it right here.
When an elf drinks this. Okay. Okay, cool. 2 attacks per turn. Awesome.
Okay. All right, but we get a healing potion for the wizard. Yeah, I just gotta write that on there. Oh, so he actually has 2 healing potions now.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I got another healing.
Yeah, 1d6, and then so this is for the so this is supposed to be for the barbarian. So we'll nix that and we'll just draw another utility. That's healing, so we'll skip that. Dexterity. Okay, so this is for the barbarian. Dexterity.
All right, I got a potion.
Hey,
My only potion.
feet don't fail me now. Dexterity.
That's
Okay.
a good utility potion because it's got 2 different modes to use.
So the wizard has 325 gold. The elf has 125. The wizard has potions of charm.
I want to get a scout.
Dexterous Barbie. Okay. All right. So a scout.
That's how much? 50, I think.
So you've got 75 left, and a scout at your command. Scouts, of course, can search for and disarm traps, just like a dwarf. You have your choice of color. Do you want gray, purple, or red?
Red.
Okay. If I can grab a little remarkable rim here somewhere. You've got lots of greens, but no blues. That's strange. It's like, Ruby, what happened to my rims? I need more rims. Lord of the Rims. All the jokes. Okay, well that's okay. We'll just remember. Okay. The elf and the scout. Alright, is anybody else going to be hiring any mercenaries? Or visiting the alchemist shop to buy any more potions? These are the potions that are for sale. Healing for 500 gold. 1d6. We've got magic resistance against all spell effects for 300. Magical aptitude for 400. And fire resistance, yes, it's a preventative potion. 300 gold.
I'm broke right now, so no, I'm done.
Well, I mean, I'm in principle, I'm saving up for potions like aptitude and such. But if anyone wants more mercs, I'm happy to. I'm happy to spend on that because I've got some money and I've also got a potion of charm.
Yeah, and he's a very handsome man, I must say. Yeah, he must have already used the potion. All right. Okay. Are you gonna do any hiring?
No, I reckon I'll just save up right now. Thanks.
All right. So be it. All right. Are we done shopping?
I'm done.
All right. You bid farewell to Hopkins Rest, hoping that you can return again, and hopefully it's not just as a funeral at the Cathedral of Hope. All right.
Oh boy.
Your new task ahead of you, a new quest, courtesy of Teus Abadia. and the fine folks at Avalon Hill. Looks like there was also some work done on it by another person. Let's see here. Oops. Just want to give proper credit. Oh boy. Hold on, I need to get a different viewer. Teo Sabadia designed it, and the story was by Lindsay Slattery, who I believe I have met. I just can't picture her right now. And this is 2026 by Hasbro. Okay, your quest begins on the spiral staircase. Return of the Witch Queen. Sir Ragnar waits for you. Sir Ragnar. Interesting. Sir Ragnar waits for you in the castle's Great Hall. You notice that some insignia are missing from his formerly resplendent uniform, likely a consequence of his recent traitorous actions. Apparently, the king offered Ragnar leniency due to Zargon's influence over his mind. Oh, is that what happened? I'll brief you, since the Mentor couldn't be bothered to join us. Our scouts have reported that Groshok fled across the southern sea. Would be happy news. But his minions remain, including Nishiak's followers, who now seek vengeance for her untimely demise. He winks at you as he says this. Journey to their new stronghold on the southern border and put a stop to their evil deeds. I won't be joining you, as I have much to atone for here. Alright, that was Sir Ragnar. Alright, so if the heroes haven't quested together, they may introduce themselves to each other. You can read the back of the card, or if you have a little character thing to say, now is the time.
I am the elf, a master of both magic and the sword. And I am here because I think that Zargon is a moron, and I'm gonna go punch him with my sword. Yeah, punch him with my sword. That works.
Alright. Anyone else want to venture any opinions?
I guess this elf is my brother, because I'm gonna punch him with my sword. My big great sword.
Oh, great minds, great minds.
My other brother, the Berserker, died, so I was told to come and help out his friends, and that's what I'm doing.
Alright. I grabbed Thar's hammer. He will be avenged. Alright. And the wizard.
Yeah, I'm the wizard. I'm the most powerful magic user of the heroes. But I'm really crap in combat, so I tend to tiptoe around and hide behind the barbarian.
Yep. Which is
Fair
why
enough.
he goes first. Oh, yes, and I think I had the practice last time of putting out a little ally indicator. Try to remember to do it this time. Maybe? Scout. For the elf. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, your quest begins. Heroes.
All right, the wizard is going to predictably search this corridor for traps.
Ah, yes. A wise decision. Okay. Alright, no traps are detected in this corridor.
All right, can I move the wizard forward? Let's go 2 spaces just now.
Okay, So now you can see these squares here.
Okay, one more.
All right. Okay, you can tell that there are stone walls here and here. You ascend steps into a hall showing recent signs of repair. Oh, I forgot to mention. So Sir Ragnar has apparently been helping you out. He had provided you with a booklet of notes recorded by, get this, an orc spy in the king's employ. So he says. And so one of the notes reads, this is from the spy, of course, the dangerous path is the safest. You can maybe imagine an orc saying it. Depending on what kind of orc you, whatever.
Yeah,
lore.
an orc spy. Does that mean a spy for the kingdom who happens to be an orc?
Yes.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Very, very reassuring.
Someone want to come search for secret doors? I'll pass to the elf.
All right. I will search for secret doors. All right. I want to open that door. Okay. I move over to wherever the secret door is and open it.
Sorry. No secret doors at this time. You check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My microphone was muted for a second there.
All right. So no secret doors.
I couldn't figure out the hand signals either.
Yeah, I thought that you were pointing at the secret door. I was
Oh,
like,
no. No.
What else? I guess I'll move next to the wizard.
Okay, here or here?
Right there.
Right there. Okay. All right. You can
Yeah.
see. You can see down those two corridors, and what do you see?
What do I see?
Nothing. This time, it just looks like a couple of dead ends.
Hmm. All right, it's up to the barbarian now.
Before that, the scout can run up next to the elf and search that other hallway for traps.
Fair enough.
Okay. Where's the scout moving?
I would suppose next to the elf.
Next to the elf. Okay.
Okay. All right. And you're searching for traps?
Yep.
All right. This square looks suspicious.
Wow, that was close.
That was really close.
I'll go stand next to the wizard, and I'll search for secret doors.
Here or here?
Up and to the left. Yep.
All right. You're searching for secret doors in that corridor, which means you would reveal anything that happened to be there. Just a moment. Oi! I said the dangerous path is the safest. Okay. All right. Yes, some secret doors are apparently revealed. All right. There is one here, and also one here.
Very cool. I'll end my turn there.
I think I know what to do.
All right. Zargon passes. Or should I draw a card? Maybe I should.
Oh, we have a chaos deck?
Yes.
Oh no.
Entire deck of evil things for me to throw at you whenever I choose.
Anything but a log trap.
Double log trap. No, just kidding. Okay, I drew my card.
This is long. It can get every hero.
It's log, ruffle your neighbor's dog. Yep. Go ahead, heroes.
Good and bad, it's good.
Great for a snack. Fits on your
All right. Very rare to find more than one secret door in one search. Very good. The wizard will move 2 squares to the west and open the secret door.
Door opens, revealing what.
And I believe this is true west this time because we have our first example of a compass on the quest map, I believe.
Oh yes, yes indeed.
Oh boy.
Well, it only points north, but you can imply the other directions certainly. If you've got a north, there's got to be a south, and so on. All right. Okay. Yes.
We're getting.
Okay, so there is a closed door here, and it looks like there is a cupboard. There. Nope. There. And some goblins.
I knew it.
Goblins.
Goblins.
That was much better.
Alright. What is the wizard going to do?
All right, I better roll for movement. I've moved 2 so far, but let's roll.
Oh yes, rolling. So you'll want to hit the little chat bubble so that you can see our text chat. And there's commands that we type for our rolling, which you will demonstrate. Basically, it involves an exclamation point and then HQ roll or HQ move for movement. Okay, so 8.
Where exactly? I'm sorry.
Are you using the app or are you using a web page or web browser for Discord?
I'm using the browser.
Okay.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Good. Yep. So what he did was, you can just look above and see the command, exclamation point HQ move. Case matters. So lowercase space and then the number. So, okay.
Got it.
Yep. So a little learning experience here. All right. So you got an 8.
Okay, I'll have the wizard risk going in. We'll go 1 more south, 1 more west,
Okay.
and then one south, 1 west. So I should be at the corner of the room,
Oh. Okay. Sure enough, you're the boss.
and then 2 south from there.
All right. Interesting. Okay.
Your silence is a good thing. Okay, I'm going to attack the goblin with the staff.
All right.
So this is exclamation mark HQ roll, all one word, space 1 because I roll 1 combat die and attack,
That's the Mariko.
and I got a shield.
All right. He forgot to put the mystical blue chalk square on the end of his staff. That's why he missed.
Yeah, it's really fiddly.
Hands got sweaty.
Okay, it's the elf.
I'm on a sweater
All right.
already. Okay. All right. You got your move and action or action and move.
That's me, right?
Yeah, in the blue, that's the elf. The elf is next.
Okay. I would like to. I would like to go. Wait, I need to roll first, right? Because we're in combat.
Yes.
HQ move.
8. Another good number.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to attack. I'm going to move over and attack the goblin that is right. Like I'm going to move right next to the wizard and attack that goblin.
Okay. All right. You've landed on a spear trap. Roll 1 combat die. That's exclamation point HQ roll space 1.
HQ roll. Phase
or
1.
just copy and paste the wizard's
Got it.
roll.
Oh, that's true. All right.
It's occurred to me, Kurgan. It's occurred to me that it looks as if I dodged that trap intentionally. It's just part of my strategy to go around the edge of rooms. I can assure you, I had no knowledge of that spear trap.
Note to self: put more traps on the edges of rooms. Okay. All right. Yeah. So a spear just kind of goes whoosh, and embeds itself in the cupboard, and it breaks, so you can't use it. So just a trap. Yep. Okay.
Does my turn end immediately or
nope.
not?
Nope. Since it didn't hit you, you can keep on going.
All right. I would like to move forward and attack the goblin.
All right. You do limbo underneath the fragments of the spear and attack.
Okay, so it will be HQ roll, and it will be 3, right? Because of the Fortune's longsword.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. What?
Okay. Well, this is a
That's
house
the
roll.
number.
This is a house rule. So if you
Wow.
roll 3 or more shields of your type, you get a free wrestling move. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten anything anyway. So yeah, just you can pick a pro wrestling attack of your choice, or I can draw from a deck for you.
I would like to suplex the goblin.
All right. Got him.
It's funny.
All right.
The wizard's rolling his eyes, but that's just because he never gets to do wrestling moves.
Yeah.
All right. That's my turn.
Excellent. Well done. Okay. Oh, but the scout. Is the scout going to do anything?
You can disarm with the dwarven.
Yeah. The scout can disarm the trap, right?
Yep. He was trained by dwarves.
So yeah, let's make him disarm the trap.
All right. Roll 1 combat die. If it's anything but a black shield, you have disarmed the trap.
Who rolls?
You do.
Okay.
Oh, so sad.
Oh,
Failed.
wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
what is it? A picture?
Log trap. Exploding log trap covered in flaming oil. Unfortunately not. It was just a spear trap. So roll 1 combat die. Keep the suspense going up. And he was hit. Taking 1 damage. His 1 body point remaining.
Wait, really? Scout is not weak?
Yep. Only has 2 body points.
All the original mercenaries have 2.
Yep. Now they can be healed. You can cast spells on them. But apparently they can't carry potions around. So if you are adjacent to them, you can just sort of administer the potion to them if you want, and it just immediately takes effect. Yep.
Dang. All right, barbarians.
Mm-hmm.
Movement.
number music. 9. Finally, someone broke 8.
Okay, I will. I'll skirt the room like the wizard and attack that goblin.
It's not a skirt, it's a kilt. Okay,
All right, I'll kilt the room.
there you go.
Now.
You can always hold that against me later. Okay.
I've told you we don't wear we don't wear kilts. That's far south.
All right, I killed it. I mean, killed the goblin.
Oh man, it's turning against the Scottish guy. What is going on?
Shame.
I'm gonna go rogue. Okay, well, you annihilated him.
Flat.
Splatting goblins is where it's at. Okay, all right, the room is clear. My turn. Guess I get another card, don't I? I said in the rules that I get to do that. Okay. All right, I will hang on to that for later use. All right, heroes.
All right. Can the wizard do a search for treasure, please?
All right. Searching for treasure in the room. Oh. Do you wish to invoke the sly storage?
Oh, that's a cupboard.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, let's do it. Slice storage.
All right. So 2 resolved in order. Hopefully it's 2. Okay, it's a hazard. While you're searching, a hidden arrow shoots from the wall and strikes you, taking 1 body point of damage.
It's so many arrows and stuff.
I think there's 2 in the deck. Okay. Now, sorry. Which hero was searching?
Wizard.
All right, and then we draw the next card. A gem tucked in the toe of an old boot. So I guess while you're doubled over in pain, you see an old boot on the ground, and you find within 35 gold coins, or worth of gem.
Well, that's lovely. Thank you. I think the wizard will just stay put for now, and we'll pass to the elf.
Right. I think can I open the door even though the on top of the
Yes.
the barbarian?
Yes.
All right, I will open the door. Okay, what do I see?
All right. Let's reveal the room for you. Okay, within you see another closed door,
Oh no.
and you see some monsters. So there's a goblin here, and an orc.
Okay. Do I have to roll for movement?
Yes.
Alright.
We've moved 2 squares already, so we'll just subtract from whatever you happen to roll. If it's only 2, then you just, I guess you'll just have
4.
to pick a square. Okay. All right.
Alright, let's see. I'm right next to the barbarian, or I'm on top of the barbarian?
You're standing on top of the barbarian at the moment.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm gonna move to the corner.
I'm gonna toss him there. They're standing on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the corner next to the bottom goblin.
Here? Or down
The
here?
bottom one.
Bottom
Yeah,
one.
down there. Yeah, I'm going to attack that goblin. Like, I'm gonna move forward. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna attack that goblin.
Okay.
Okay, so it should be HQ. I'm
Roll.
still getting used to it. Sorry.
Yep. Miss.
What the heck, man? Dude! Oh my gosh. Alright.
Before
I
Libby
missed.
left for Gen Con, he sabotaged MentorBot's rolls so they would all be terrible. But only when the heroes are rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, so you missed.
Alright, that's my turn.
What about your scout?
Now, the scout is going to
Move up to nine
open this.
squares.
This. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The scout is going to move into the room with the other heroes.
5, 6, and then where?
Okay. And it's gonna move right behind the barbarian.
7, 8. You can't quite reach.
Let's see. Right next to the right behind the wizard then.
Oh,
And that's it.
okay. Yep. And also, I forgot to mention another house rule that we have. So besides the wrestling moves, we also have what's called the uncommon feat. So if you think of something on your turn where maybe it's not normally allowed by the rules of HeroQuest, but it sort of makes sense in the world that we're in, the fantasy world we're in, you can suggest it to Zargon, and if Zargon approves, you'll have a 50% chance of success. Now, if you fail the roll, sometimes something bad will happen. So, gotta keep that in mind as well. Yep.
Right. That's it. Wait.
You can have them search for traps.
Yeah. I would like to search for traps.
Okay, search for traps in the room. Wise choice, because... Oh. No. There's just a broken spear. There's no traps.
All right. Cool. All right.
There
That's
was a
it.
trap. There
Thanks
was
for the
one.
reminder.
Yep. No problem. Okay, next hero.
I'll go 2 to the left.
Okay. Falling into a pit trap.
Ouch.
Use a body point. Your turn is over. Got him.
Not good.
All right. My turn. All right. First, let's get the goblin up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. To attack the barbarian. Now the barbarian is in the pit. He defends with 1 less. One skull. You defend with 3, I believe.
Yeah, my chainmail's useless down here. And I failed.
You didn't get it fitted properly before the battle. It's a little tight across the chest. Oh, that was the dwarf. Okay. Yep. Alright, so he takes 1 damage. Okay, now the orc moves to attack the barbarian. Bringing down pain and misery on him. 1 skull.
One shield.
That time he deflected it.
All right.
The goblin moves
Helmet.
to attack. Yep. 1 skull. Ching.
All right, one each.
No damage. Okay. All right, back to the heroes.
The wizard will attack the goblin through the doorway.
All right. You missed.
Jesus.
Nada.
All right. Anything else for
Yeah,
the wizard?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll move to south, please. I'll pass to the elf.
All right. The elf is going to move towards right next to the orc and attack the orc. Yep.
All right. So you need
No.
the goblin.
Right. Yeah. Let me roll.
I mean, you don't need to roll.
If-
You'll get at least a 1. So, or at least
Yeah.
a 2. So, yeah, it's fair enough.
All right. Okay. Let me see if this time around I can actually roll something useful. Please.
Dice,
Yes.
no pity. Okay, well. Got him. All right, and the scout.
The scout is going to get in front of the door and attack the goblin.
All right, scout attacks with 2.
Okay.
Goblin's nervous.
And 1.
Okay.
Dang.
Got him.
8.
Well done. All right, barbarian.
All right, good kills.
Yes.
I'll climb out the pit towards the door and protect the scout. I know he's wounded, but he feels good, so I'm going to protect him. And I'll attack the orc.
His skillful blade.
Yeah, best. Oh boy. What a beast. Absolute unit.
All right. Now you may draw a card.
Yes. Okay. All right, heroes. The muscularity. I didn't think of that, did I?
Right. The wizard is going to selfishly cast Rock Skin on himself.
That's not selfish. That's you trying to get
Survival.
rested.
Yeah, survival.
Good bonus.
Yeah, I usually like to cast it on other heroes, but no, we'll do this. I think it's prudent. And can I move into the room? We'll go. We'll follow the route of the elf, so into the room and go past the elf into the corner.
Stop. I'm going to use one of my cards. Ambush. When a hero moves around a corner or through a doorway, place a wandering monster next to the hero. It may attack immediately. As you are walking, a monster stalks you and attacks.
Oh no!
Oh, dang.
Well, the good thing is that you didn't really go too far yet.
It's true. All right, in it, the wandering monster in this quest is a powerful goblin. Say goodbye, heroes. One skull. And due to you being a champion and warden of the realm, you can have 2 extra from the rock skin instead of just 1.
Oh, thank you, kind Zargon.
Ching! No damage. Alright, but you can continue your movement if you like.
But I can't walk the way I wanted to. I'm a little bit wary of traps here, but I'll move 2 north beside the barbarian. And we'll pass to the elf.
All right. The elf is going to move around the corner and into the door and open it.
Alright, further exploration is happening.
Okay, what do I see?
I'll tell you what you see, or I'll show you rather. Okay, inside the room. Just have to read something here. All right. Yes. Okay. All right, that's what you see.
What? Is that a minotaur? What is that? Oh, a chaos warrior. It's just a chaos warrior. Nothing to be afraid of.
You want to check out the previous episode?
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Hello there. I am. I'm an elf, and I'm here to say hi. How are you doing, Chaos Warrior?
No response.
Oh boy. One of
Slow.
those.
Slow.
I will cast Blow on the Chaos Warrior. Yep, I will cast Blow on the Chaos Warrior.
All right, you're not able to do that. It appears it is a statue.
Oh. Okay, but I still don't trust. No, don't trust. Okay, I will give one more step inside of the room and search for traps.
Okay. As you're doing, before you start searching, you're fumbling through the notes from the orc spy. It says, "The statue has a secret lever." Okay. All right. You're gonna search for traps.
Yeah, I would like to press the lever.
Yeah, it's like in the movies. You know, you look at the note and you got to hear the voiceover. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, there's a hidden lever concealed in the statue's right arm. You can pull this as an action.
What do y'all say? Should I do it? Should I do it or should I wait for y'all?
I think you take a go with the chaos slot machine.
I will pull the lever.
All right. As you pull it, you look into the visor and you see like these spinning dials going back and forth. And then 2 of them line up and it shows the 2 eyes. All right. The statue groans to life and slowly grinds out, "Heroes, what do you seek? Treasure or safe passage?" Apparently you're being prompted for an answer.
What was the thing that the orc said the first time when we got in there?
About the statue or before that?
No, when we first got into the dungeon. What was the thing that the orc said in the message?
The dangerous path is the safest.
Huh. Should I choose treasure, guys? What does everyone else think?
If you want my suggestion, I would maybe go for treasure, given the clue.
Yep. I will choose treasure.
Very well. Okay, so you get to choose the top card. Oh, but it's a safe search,
What?
so we ignore that. It's a gem. Tucked in the toe of an old boot, you find 35 gold coins. Or a gem with 35 gold coins, rather.
Okay. That's my turn then.
So you got 120 in this. Oh, the scout.
Oh yeah, the scout. The scout is going to. The scout is going to move into the corner on the top and search for treasure.
Alright, you're unable to because of the goblin.
Oh, there's a goblin there? I forgot there was a. Dang. In that case, I
the mercenary
completely
can't-
forgot about that goblin. Sorry. The scout is going to then move and attack the goblin. Sorry.
It's alright, but they can search for traps. They can't search for treasure or secret doors.
Got it.
The mercenary.
All right. So the scout is what, two attack dice, right?
Yep.
She's
Just got greedy, that's all. One skull.
One skull.
Saying there's a chance. Ching! Ha! The
Hey.
luckiest goblin in the world.
The luckiest goblin in the world. Yeah. All right. That's the turn.
Alright. Okay. And the barbarian.
Alright, I'm gonna try to roll anything but 3 black shields and 2 white shields.
Using his okay.
Goblin died.
Yeah, the goblin died.
He's skewered. I'll go down 1 and to the left 1.
Alright.
Alright.
Extreme muscularity. Alright. Alright. Heroes.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I could draw a card.
Can I have the wizards? Wizard's going to search for secret doors.
Alright, wizard searches for secret doors in the room he is in and finds nothing.
All right. Are we doing unthreatened movement right now?
Yes. Oh, here's what you found, by the way.
Okay. So. Lovely. I appreciate that. Okay. Can I? The wizard is going to head into the room with the statue. So he's going to go 2 south, 3 west, 1 north. Into the room, and we'll stand in the corner south of the elf. And pass to the elf.
All right. I will move around the corner. No, wait. I will search for traps first.
Okay. Searching for traps. No traps detected.
All right, and I will move into the door, like right in front of the door. And can I open it? I don't think that counts as part of my turn, right?
Sure. The free action.
Yeah. All right. I'll open the door. See what's up.
All right. Another room is revealed.
What do I see?
What do your elf eyes see? Yes. You see a closed door here and some orcs.
Barbarian, please come help me. Oh, dang.
3 orcs.
All right. That's it. Yeah, Barbarian's turn.
Scout.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the scout. Scout is gonna go into the next room. I have to roll for him, right? Because of the monsters.
No. The scout moves 9 or up to 9 squares.
Okay. All right,
That's it.
so he moves into the next room, and yep, that's what he does. He moves into the next room, and there's no traps, and I already searched for treasure. Did we start? Yeah, did we?
Yeah, you got the lever. So each
Yeah,
hero
yeah.
can search each room for treasure.
Right. All right. Gonna search for treasure then.
Who is searching?
And the skill search for treasure. I forget.
No.
Only traps.
No, only traps.
All right. In that case, that's the end of the turn.
He could have searched the other room before you left for traps, or you can take an action move or move and take an action.
I thought we had already searched for traps because there was already a trap there. Sorry.
Well, no, I fell in the trap, but we know the safe route through the room, so we don't, and there's no secret doors, so technically we don't need to search for traps. So, like I said, it didn't matter.
All right. There, Barbarian. Please help.
Yep. Let's see. Leg day or no leg day?
Leg day.
I'll stand south of the elf. I'll walk around the room, 2 left, 1 north, 1 up. Yeah, and just go right there. And I'll go chaos slot machine. Pull the lever. Lever for treasure.
Let's see. All right. Heroic brew.
Oh, nice.
All right, sweet. So I got one side lit up sword, the other side lit up sword, double attack. Excellent.
All right. My turn. Orcs advance. Alright, the orc attacks.
All right.
3 skulls, elf.
Oh, all right. Please, 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 please. I only defend 1.
2 damage. Okay.
And I'm at 6 right now.
Alright.
Back down to normal elf.
Yep.
Alright. That's all for Zargon. Heroes. Wizard.
I'll cast Veil of Mist on the Barbarian.
Alright, so the barbarian may pass through monsters on the next turn. Next time he moves, rather.
Thank you.
Nice. All right.
And we'll roll for movement.
Okay.
Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes. Yeah, just 2 north, please, with the wizard, and pass to the elf.
All right. The elf is going to first attack that orc. Because I don't want to use up any of my spells yet. HQ. 3. 2 attacks.
Okay. Ching, the other one gets through.
And then I move out of the way. I want to roll. Let me roll some dice here. HQ move 2. Oh, wow, I got a lot. I want to move right behind the slot machine. Right there. Now there's space. Now what the scout is gonna do? The scout is going to what did the scout do? I think what the scout is going to do, the scout is going to move to the corner and wait for the dust to settle because he's kind of dying. So he's just going to move to the corner and wait for the heroes to do their thing.
Which corner?
Bottom left.
Remember, orcs can move 8 squares. Okay.
All right. Barbarian moves 2 north and attacks the orc.
He teleports through the doorway and appears here.
What the heck?
Alright, inside this new room he finds himself in, he sees something new. Sorcerer's table. As well as some monsters. An orc and a goblin. Alright, the monsters seem to be surprised.
Barbarian surprised. Barbarian doesn't like magic. Barbarian kills the thing.
Barbarian kill magic. Alright. So it looks like you have the element of surprise. Your attacks will be slightly more effective. on their first turn anyway.
How much more effective?
You'll get to roll 1 extra attack die for your first attack.
All right. So I stab the goblin 3 times, and then I throw him across the room at the orc.
Alright. The orc mops the fine red mist from his brow. Tastes it. Not bad. Alright. Well done. Okay. Alright. My turn.
Oh fuck.
Alright. I'm going to use one of my evil cards here.
Drinking contest?
Close. Monstrous Brew. Alright, so I get to go through the treasure deck and find a potion that I give to the monster. The monster grins as it gulps down a disgusting looking drink. Alright, let's see.
So do you get to search for one, or do you have to flip from the top till you find one?
That's hilarious. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna we're gonna go with it. All right, holy water. So he drinks and he's like, "Oh, horrible."
He restores a mind point and gets smarter?
Burns us. And he gets a little smarter. He's like,
Now I know what burning feels like.
I shouldn't have slaughtered all those villagers. Oh well. Yeah. Okay.
That was my friend that he threw at me.
Should have been so mean to him. All right. He goes forward to attack you. Despite all that.
Really? He just got baptized and cleansed and everything.
2 skulls. Still got a job to do. Ching.
Wow.
All right, he's feeling all sorts of guilty now. Simple misunderstanding. Yep. Okay, so
You should have given the potion to me to begin with, or at least tried to split it or something.
yep. You're shuffling through the notes, and you read something about a ritual of resurrection. Something about an amulet.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Something about this room. The spy was noting. Okay. All right. Heroes.
Not enough pictures for me.
Bonus equipment. Excellent.
Are those orcs in the other room not going to do anything, Kurgan?
Hand axe. Oh, yes, I do have other orcs. Thank you for reminding me. Who wants the hand axe?
Well, I'm exempt.
Okay. Unless it was the 2021 edition, right? Elf or the barbarian? 2 attack dice. It can be thrown. It's lost when thrown.
I don't know, Barbarian, what do you think? Do you want it?
Yeah, I could use it I could toss it if I need to.
Alright. Barbarian it is.
Alright, hand axe for you.
All right, meat cleaver.
Just a second here. Okay. Let's see. All right, this orc teleports through, but he's teleporting on top of the barbarian, and so I'm going to use Gory Explosion. The monster explodes in a cloud of jagged bones. 1 combat die for each of the monster's starting mind points, well, or body points. So, all right. So just a 1 die attack against the barbarian. Didn't do anything, just exploded.
Straight up.
I'm glad I'm wearing a helmet. Big spike on the top too.
Oh, it attacks more than 1 square. Oh, so it actually attacks that orc as well. Oh, but it didn't do anything to him, so okay. Oh, each square. Well, let's see. Would I have to roll for each square or just 1 for all? I'm just going to take it as 1. All right. Okay. The other orc. Something tells him not to go in there, you moron. So he stays there. Okay. All right. Now heroes.
All right, wizards.
Okay, we'll have Elf's got Fortune's longsword, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have the wizard do a night move up to the door and face off against the orc. And I'll attack him with Phantom Blade.
Now, is he invoking the special ability or just a regular strike?
I was hoping I'd get to roll first.
Well, I guess let's have you roll then.
Dang.
Oh,
Dang.
Okay, I failed.
failed.
Don't worry. I will. I will attack the goblin for you.
Thank you. I'll pass to the elf.
Right. Let's see. HQ move. What's this?
Yes.
HQ roll.
HQ move.
HQ move. 2.
4.
Let's see. Yeah, right. Just enough to get into the. Let's see, I'm gonna get to the left of the wizard, and I'm going to attack.
Ah, okay.
2 attacks.
2 skulls and got him.
Yes. Teamwork. All right, so that ends the elf's turn. Did we search for? Yeah, we searched for traps and treasure in this room. Okay. The scout is going to. Dang, okay, the scout is just going to move through the door and try to see what happened to the barbarian.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
All right, he lands there, and then the barbarian is teleported
What?
into the room.
Oh, oh boy! The scout is like, oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! The scout is going to try to attack the orc. It's an orc, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's hope for the best here. 2. Let's see.
The orc doesn't even wait to see what your what your outcome is. He just turns around and he just takes a flying leap through the window. All right. Apparently, you're alone in the room now, and you.
Wait, what? Wait, for real? The orc disappeared?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Well, anyway, if I've completely confused you, now, the barbarian.
you did completely confuse me. What's going on?
Okay, so the barbarian is in the room now.
Alright.
All right, barbarian. Oh, I forgot to reveal. There's another door here.
Oh, okay.
Just noticed it.
I guess I take a step back through the door.
Okay.
And let me go to the next room over, the red room, and I'll search for treasure.
All right, you search for treasure in the room. Jewels.
Oh.
A small wooden box is simple looking and very old. Within you discover it is lined with velvet and contains very small jewels worth 50 gold coins.
All right.
Fortunes have improved immensely.
Yes.
All right.
All right. It's Morgan's turn.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I used one card and then I gained another one, so I've just got 2. Okay. Goofed up there. All right, heroes.
Alright, wizard.
All right, Wizard's going to step through the door.
Okay.
Teleports into the room, displacing the scout, who appears back here.
Ah, I see.
Good. Now he can
Wizard's
do
going to do a
it.
search for treasure.
All right, he searches for treasure in the room. All right. Apparently the notes were correct. There is some type of resurrection ritual. And you find an amulet. This was mentioned in the notes as well. It originally belonged to someone known as Cassandra, the Witch Queen. And it was
Oh, I've
mentioned
heard
as
of her.
It's Andrea.
an essential component in this ritual.
Ooh.
And you also find ritual components worth 40 gold.
Oh.
All right, thank you.
So you got 400 gold total. All right, next hero.
Alright. The elf is going to pass through the door.
The teleporty door.
Yep.
Displacing the wizard. Who displaces the scout. Who appears next to the elf again. What?
Okay, so the elf is going to search for traps in this room.
Okay, no traps detected, but there's a really wild and crazy teleporting door, apparently.
The elf opens the door that's behind him. All right. The elf walks through the door.
Okay.
What do I see?
All right. I'll tell you what you see. All right. You see a stone wall here,
Okay. All right.
and another stone wall on the other end here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Um. I. How many steps do I got left?
How much did you roll? Oh, there's no enemies, so 11.
Yeah, there's no. Okay, but, all right. The elf is gonna go back in and open the other door.
4.
All right. What do I see? On and step outside to see what's up.
Okay. Well, it's here. Oh, okay. No, this is a stone wall. My bad.
Okay. All right. And can I open that door?
Yes.
All right. I open the door and show me the inside.
Okay. Inside the room, you see something.
All right.
There's some orcs.
Damn it.
And there's also this sarcophagus.
Right.
You see a sarcophagus at the far end of the room that bears the likeness of Cassandria, the Witch Queen, you know all too well, on its stone lid. While you'd assume she was gathering forces at the ruins of Keller's Keep, here she lies, gathering dark power instead. The sarcophagus's edges glow, indicating that the ritual is underway. Cassandria's amulet lays atop it. Your new objective is to destroy the sarcophagus.
Boy. All right. Cool.
Oh, so I guess you didn't actually find the amulet before. It was just mentioned in the notes. I messed that up. Okay.
Got it.
Apparently
All right.
a essential element.
All right. I think that's all of my steps. I think. Why do you take it off? Oh wait, you. Ooh. Fancy.
Trying to do
All
a
right.
little magical effect there.
All right. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
Yep. Indeed.
Okay. The scout.
The scout is going to we already searched for treasure in that room.
Scouts can only search for traps.
Alright. Scout's gonna search for traps.
Okay. No traps detected.
Alright. The scout is gonna move into the corner, the top left corner of the room to make space for incoming heroes. There we go. And that's it. Do we want to control the barbarian?
All right, Jacer.
I think they left.
Oh. We lost Jacer. Oh,
Yep.
we went over time. Sorry, I didn't ask
Okay.
if everybody could keep going. Let's see. Well, are we at a good stopping? No expenses spared. Spared no expense. Are we at a good stopping point, or do we want to continue on? I'm not sure if he just had a temporary glitch or if he had to go.
I'm happy to keep going if everyone else is.
Maybe another 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 more minutes is fine. Let's go.
Yep. I know we spent a lot of time talking about Gen Con and
AI. Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault.
It was kind of a fun discussion, though. Well, and Jacer didn't. I mean, he usually shows up a little bit late because of his work schedule, so no problem. All right. Okay, so yeah, does somebody want to take the barbarian's turn this time?
Okay, sure, I'll go ahead and do that.
You would have wanted.
Oh no,
to
Jacer's
jump
back.
Oh, it's like you don't dare take my turn. Hey, Jacer.
I had a phone call.
All right. I was just thinking, hey, we did go a little later. Usually I ask everybody if it's if how's everybody doing on time. So yeah, okay. Well, I was thinking we go another 10 minutes. We had a spirited conversation. So yeah, it's your turn now, mighty barbarian.
All right, I'm gonna roll. All right, 7.
Wait, you roll whenever there are monsters on the board, not necessarily within line of sight, right?
Yeah, that's how I've been handling it. Unthreatened movement
Alright.
of a sort.
Got it.
But I make it 12 squares instead of Avalon Hill's 8.
All right, I'll move into the weird door. That's 5. And I got 2 left.
Okay.
So I move 2 to the right and stand in that doorway. Search for treasure.
Ah, okay. Wandering monster. As you're searching, a monster stalks you and attacks.
All right.
It's a goblin. 1 skull.
One shield.
Ching, no damage.
Hey.
Alright, my turn.
Yes, it is.
Alright, the goblin attacks the barbarian again. 1 skull. Ching, no damage. Alright, the goblin runs. 2, 3, 4, 6. Alright, and the other monsters approach. The elf is assaulted by a orc, big smelly orc. Alright, the monster in the room challenges a hero of your choice to single combat. The fighters square off and no other monsters or heroes may intervene until the duel is over. If a hero refuses the challenge, his mercenaries immediately desert. A duel to the death.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Alright.
Brother and pizza.
Alright, he attacks you first. 1 skull.
Dang, I take 1 damage.
Yep.
I'm at 5 right now.
All right.
Great.
You get to attack him now.
Yep. Okay. Yes, 2.
Ching. Oh, the other one got him.
Yeah, this is what you get.
Got him.
I suppose the other orc is coming after me too.
Yes. No attack. 1 skull.
What the heck, man? Yeah, I'm down to 4.
Not so lucky, huh?
Nope. I'm going to attack. Actually,
Wait.
no, yeah, I'm going to.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zargon did his turn. Now it's the wizard, technically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They didn't both duel you to the death. It was
Just
just the one guy.
Multi-duel. But, okay, so the wizard. Oh, let's get him on screen here. This may be the final round of tonight's game.
Although you could try it as a villainous feat, maybe. Try to double duel.
Double duel. All right, Glasgow.
All right, let's have the wizard roll for movement.
Freelancer, Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard's World. 11. This one goes
Okay,
to
I'm
11.
going to cast Pass Through Rock on myself. And can we go 7 east?
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right,
1 north?
passing through walls as it goes.
1 more east? 1 more north? And we'll pass to the elf.
All right, the elf is going to attack the orc. Wow.
Fail.
All right. I move out of the way. The roll. No, I should be able to. I just want to move 2 out of the way.
Down here?
Yep.
Okay. And the scout?
The scout is going to. The scout is going to go after that goblin. And attack. Two.
Yeah. Got him. And they blocked one. He's annihilated by the other. Okay. And the barbarian.
All right, you step to the east and stab.
Okay. Yeah, I think you got him.
Hey, massive muscularity.
Overkill. All right. He's got movement left.
No, I took a step and then I
Oh,
stabbed.
he did. You're right. Okay. Okay. Well, it is game time. That's game for now. The muscularity, yes.
When is the next game?
The next game will be tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, although we'll be playing First Light. So this quest will have to resume on a future Friday.
Yeah, we'll probably be on the Friday because Saturday I do have a few animation stuff to do.
All right. Well, very good. Thanks for joining us. And now, if you're an artist that works on commission, please do not tell us about that. We're not interested. But if you do have a channel or something that you would like to promote, feel free.
My Instagram is indie_51. But yeah, no, I hate those. I hate that people that do that. It's usually bots. So no.
Think of all the viewers you could get for a low price. All it costs is that you get banned for life from whatever.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it was really nice playing with y'all. Thank you so much for
Sure.
I've been wanting to play HeroQuest for so long. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, go spread the word. Have fun, and thanks for joining us.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Good game.
Good game, everybody.
Good game.
We'll leave off on
Bye.
Dargon's turn, and we'll see if there's anybody who can raid tonight.
All right.
You tell your
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Gold Public has said welcome, of course, to the newest player. And yeah, so we'll just continue to monitor the HeroQuest fans Discord when possible to see if there's any more news from Ribby. Check out Bourbon and Board Games on YouTube. Also check out Big Spender at the Man Cave, who's also there. Angus McBain is there. Various members of the HeroQuest fans community and other friends are there as well. So shout out to all of them. Say hi. Be sure you bother Doug Hopkins and Michael Avalon Hill and Patrick and all the rest, asking them questions about when are they going to remake Advanced HeroQuest, Space Crusade, Battle Masters, and all the Lost Quest packs, whatever other projects they ought to be working on according to us fans. But just be nice about it. Be civil. Good game. Freelancer Andre 5214, Lopsided Eye, and Snickle. Welcome everybody. Okay, so we'll see if any of our friends are on Twitch right now and see who we can raid. Thanks everybody. Good game. HeroQuest fans.